Bajaj presents Pacesetters, the power of consistency by Bajaj Pune Marathon.
It is my absolute privilege to open today's very special gathering. Bajaj presents Pacesetters, the power of consistency by Bajaj Pune Marathon and powered by CNBC TV 18. And tonight is not just another leadership forum, it is an official precursor to the iconic Bajaj Pune Marathon, one of India's most celebrated endurance festivals where thousands come together to test their limits, chase personal bests, and celebrate the spirit of staying on course. The marathon teaches us something very special and profound, that greatness isn't built in one moment of glory, and it's built in the hundreds of moments that no one sees. And they come with the quiet discipline, the daily grind, the unwavering consistency. And that is exactly what we will explore this evening, from the world's fastest sprinters to leaders who have built organizations over decades. Every voice in this room matters tonight and represents the same truth that excellence is not an act, it is a habit. So as we step into this evening of ideas, inspirations, and world-class insights, think of it as the warm-up, the mental starting line to the Bajaj Pune Marathon ahead. And with that, let's begin the journey of understanding consistency, resilience, and mindset of champions. And to set the tone for the evening, it is my privilege to invite a leader whose career is a testament to long-term vision, resilience, and disciplined execution. Leading with innovation and mindset of continuous transformation, Sanjiv Bajaj is Chairman and Managing Director of Bajaj Finserv, a visionary and someone who has transformed how India experiences finance. Sanjiv is a very passionate sportsman himself. He is very passionate about staying fit, a sports lover through from tennis, basketball to F1. Did I miss anything, Sanjiv? Marathon spirit is mirrored in every aspect with endurance, passion to excel, and the pursuit of infinite possibilities. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Sanjiv Bajaj, Chairman and Managing Director, Bajaj Finserv Limited.
It's great to have all of you here today for an engaging dialogue between our world champions as well as some of our top business leaders. I don't know if many of you know, but India's first ever marathon happened in Pune, in this city, in 1918. So we have a long history. The Bajaj Pune Marathon has always held a special space for us. Its spirit mirrors the ethos of the Bajaj Group and our purpose of giving wings to every Indian. That belief is also captured in our theme this year, You Too Can Fly. Across the country, especially in the last decade and a half, we have seen the running culture multiply. Running events in the last 10 years alone have expanded 7 times, and marathon finish times keep improving, a reflection that people have embraced training, discipline, and in general, better health. The Bajaj Pune Marathon stands at the heart of this movement, whether it's beginners, seasoned athletes, women, and communities from all around India. I'm also happy to share a milestone this year. 31% of our registered runners are women, the highest women participation ratio anywhere in the country. It's normally 8 to 12%. So versus that, 30%, and kudos to that. We are also, of course, very fortunate to have our global athletes over here, including our race ambassadors, Noah Lyles, the world's fastest man as of today, and 3-time Olympic medalist. Welcome, Noah. and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, the most decorated 100-meter sprinter in history with 8 Olympic medals. Thank you for being here today, for your support, and for being a part of our movement that celebrates well-being and good health. I look forward to the conversations tonight and then look forward to all of you all tomorrow as well. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Yashish Dahiya, co-founder and group CEO, PB FinTech, the parent company of Policy Bazaar. Put your hands together for Mr. Rashesh Shah, chairman and managing director at Louis Financial Services. Mangalam is already here, and Noah is going to come back and join us in like a minute.
And as his record says, he's extremely fast, so he'll probably be there, in no time as well. It's just a biological break that he's taken. But I have to ask you this. When Noah was saying that it's only when you go higher up the ladder, the more easier it becomes for people to spot your underwear. What is it that what is it that's the greatest thing about being famous, and what is it that sucks about being famous?
The opportunities that it gives me to do more, I think, really and truly. So for me, being who I am has afforded me the ability to open more doors, to do more things back home, especially for when it comes to my foundation. So I would have to say just the doors that it allows me to open and the people I meet along the way and the interactions that I've had, because I've able to build relationship and have impact with people that are able to assist with, just ideas and infrastructures back home with assisting, whether it's student athletes or whether it's dealing with community-based initiatives in my community. So those things are, I would say, the joys of the just the job and the platform that I've been given. And on the downside, I don't know, I'm pretty low-key, so I guess I like being low-key. So that's only the thing when I'm home and I go somewhere, especially now that my son is a little older and kids are, hi, Shelly-Ann, and I have to stop and talk to everyone. And I still have to take my kid to chess class or take him to football. I can't really say to them hey, I can't stop now because I have to take my son to school. A lot of them don't really understand because they want you now. They want to talk to you now, and I'm trying to carry my kid to school, or I'm having a conversation somewhere else and I have to stop to do something else. So I would definitely say not being able to have that.
What is it that you don't like about being famous?
Ooh, how much time you got? It makes sense now what you were talking about. Unfortunately, I was only able to catch the end of that. But yeah, I have a lot of similar stories like Shelly here. The thing that I don't like the most is that people forget that you're human too. I think that's the biggest thing. When they watch you on TV or they watch you on YouTube or wherever they've drawn inspiration from, they see you as a superhero. And it's not so much that we're superheroes, it's we were very gifted with a talent, and that talent has been placed on a high pedestal. And while it is very impressive what we do, we're just as human as everybody else. We get up, we get tired, we put on our pants, we hate Mondays, we got to take out the trash. Trust me, I get back from the Olympics, guess what I got to do? Whew, got to take out the trash. Hope the trash man comes tomorrow because this needs to go out today. We're very normal. We shake people's hands. We say, hi, my name is. I think that's the weirder thing when I'll introduce myself and people will be like, you don't need to introduce yourself. No, I do. I really do, because I'm not going to be so conceited in thinking that everybody knows who I am. Exactly, no assumptions. And I would also like it if somebody would shake my hand and say their name, instead of being like, oh, I need a picture with you. Whoa, hello, my name is Noah. Who are you? A hug is not my first instinct. That type of idea is what I probably don't like about being famous.
About that. Speaking about being famous and all of that and stuff, Yashish and Rashesh out here, they are not only doing, the athletic stuff on Saturdays and Sundays and daily, But as much as they hate Mondays, they have to go to office because they have the stock markets and there are many thousands of employees to answer to. So that's really the first question to both Yashish and Rashesh. How do you avoid a burnout, man? How do you avoid that?
How do you avoid a burnout? I think, these are very, very supreme athletes. They're very focused, and that's why they've achieved what they've achieved. In our field, we do what we can with whatever we have, and I think at some level, it's a very tough question. Yeah, how do you avoid a burnout? I think it's not happened yet. Maybe it'll happen, but so far it's not happened. And I think it's also trying to get some of the things you love doing also going. So you, at least for me, the work I do, I love it. So for me, I don't hate Mondays. Yeah. I actually love getting to office. I know that sounds strange. That sounds even more strange to my 23-year-old son who can't imagine it. but I do. I love running. I'm a very moderate runner, but I do enjoy running. I love swimming. But I try to do things that I actually enjoy because then, I don't feel tired doing them. I think a lot of the burnout happens when expectations mismatches there, or either you're doing stuff that you don't love, or expectations mismatches there. When so that's you avoid it by just doing stuff you like.
So basically, when you love what you do, you're not working anymore. You're just playing. Wonderful. Mr. Shah, I have to ask you this: what have you learned from running for your business?
I think, actually, before I start, I must say, I'm truly it's very gratifying to be on the same stage with all of you. I mean, this
Think
is
about
like
me. You guys at least have achievements. I just have to sit here, share the space, breathe the same air as you guys without any achievements.
We're humans, guys.
Go for it.
I think there is quite a few similarities, especially between endurance sports and business. Because again, business is about being in the long term, compounding, building it slowly, bit by bit. And the same thing is about running. It's not the race itself, but it's more the training that you do. So every time you get up and go for that interval run or the long hill run and whatever else you do, you are actually depositing a little bit all the time to get to the event. And actually, I saw one Kenyan runner who had this protocol that before every run, he would thank God that he was at the start line, and at the end of the run, he would again thank God that he finished the run, which I started following. Wow. And I think it was one of the most gratifying things, that the fact that you can run, no matter how fast or how slow, the fact that you didn't get injured and you made it to the start line, and the fact that you ran and you got to the finish line. All these are great stuff, and the same things also translate to business. I think we take ourselves too seriously, but the fact that you have got a chance, especially for the last 30 years, Edelweiss is now 30 years old, the kind of growth India has seen, just to be able to participate in that, just to be a small part of that, to get this opportunity itself is, something you need to be grateful for and enjoy it. And I think, as you know, if you enjoy what you are doing, it's a lot of fun. I think what happens is, and it happened to me from time to time, your expectations go too fast. Yeah. And then you always remember that the formula for happiness is actually, reality minus expectations.
Wow.
So you keep on reminding yourself that, stick to the ground, stick to the basics, and you will be happy, you will enjoy it.
What is it that you do then to get over the wall?
I know this sounds really weird. My kids have playlists. I don't think me and my wife have playlists, in the sense we just do whatever's required to get through the day.
So the kids will make it. But, again, you've done Ironman as well. So there are multiple walls in one marathon in endurance sport. But then Ironman, there are multiple vocations as well. Once you run, you have the swim. Once you swim, you have the cycling. Once you do either of that, you have to focus on the time and all of that and stuff. So how do you manage those walls? How do you manage the stress of it all?
See, as an amateur triathlete, these are professionals. So they go through everything and they're very prepared on that day. It's perfect. For us as amateurs who are also having a job, also having a various things to take care of, we're never perfect, right? So one of the first things you're going to know is no Ironman is ever going to be perfect, or any triathlon is going to be perfect. You've got too many events, too many things happening, and you can't plan everything perfectly, right? I have never given up on anything I have ever started, ever, in my life.
Wow.
Right? So, and I'm very, very proud of that, right? I may not be good at everything, but that's very critical.
What about you, Rashesh? You know, how do you manage DNFs?
Actually, again, the idea is to go on. I mean, you can slow down if you want. You can, catch your breath. But you want to finish. You want to get to the finish line. And in fact, I also have a story of my Ironman where I came out of the swim and I had misplaced my cleats. So I didn't have the shoes for the bike. And I started biking in my socks.
Ow.
Because
his face,
that was the only way. So you adapt. You have to adapt. You have to, because things go wrong. There have been swims with very cold water, and you just, have to endure through that. So I think ability to adapt, agility, and most important is your self-talk. The mindset you have, it makes a huge difference. And at least we as amateurs, you also want to enjoy. So you want to make sure you don't get injured, you get to the finish line, and you enjoy the event as much as you can. Though, I mean, there are lots of time where you are saying, why the hell am I doing this? When will this get over? All that goes through in your mind. But you do enjoy in an overall sense out there. So as long as you can get that, especially endurance is a lot harder than, going to the gym and doing weights. Because when you're doing weights, you are like struggling for only a few seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds. In endurance, it's like sometimes a few hours where you have to constantly go on. And actually that is what applies to business.
Yes.
Because there are hard times in business and you just say that, go on. And the other slogan that I all the time say when things get tough, even in a race, is that this too shall pass.
A question that you guys would want to ask of these guys, and a question that you guys would want to ask of these guys, if there is any.
So I have a question. I've always told my children that just decide. And deciding is a very, very big thing, because once you decide, you can achieve anything. Do you think I'm right, or I'm just stupid? I just think anything is possible.
I think you're right, but I would pair deciding with commit. Yeah. You can decide and then you commit. Nothing happens without the commitment, and commitment starts here. Because if you don't have that commitment, you can decide. I decide I'm going to go to training in the morning at 5 o'clock. But then I have to commit to that, because there are so many things. If you're not focused and you're distracted by so many things that are happening around you, then you find that you don't commit. So I would say you're telling them the right thing. You're telling them to decide on the future that they want, and then you're also going to tell them to commit to that future.
And obviously we see at the start line and you're going through your protocols, and we also see the end line. But I've always been fascinated about what happens in the middle, especially in a sprint event. What goes on in your mind? Are you thinking, or are you just blanked out and just running?
I think more in the 200 than the 100. In the 100, there's not much time to think.
That's not true, actually. Like, funny enough, you run 100, and I think it's the longest thing in my brain.
Really?
Because I'm actually thinking through the whole race. And for others who are watching it, it's literally like 10 seconds. But for us, we're thinking a lot of things, because I'm in 100 and I start and I'm talking to myself like, all right, yeah, girl, good start.
Yeah,
all right,
stay
low, get to the middle. And like, okay, make a move, relax, breathe and relax. Don't tighten up. So we actually think straight through the race.
We're opposites. I'm a finisher. I don't have to think at the end, because I do all my thinking in the very beginning for that first 30. After the first 30, I kind of let my body do what it does.
Oh no.
Because
I'm saying relax, right now, stay relaxed, swing the arms, and I'm actually also like glancing at the sides. Okay, if they're coming or they're not coming.
Yeah. No, I do a lot more than the 200. In the 200, you'll get out, I'll get out, and I'm like, bam, we're going. Like, big open strides, big open strides, big open strides. All right, here we come. Getting to about the 50 meters. All right, I need to make sure my hips are underneath me. And it's like, all right, check, hips underneath me. All right, here we're going. We're about to hit the 80-meter mark. All right, once I hit the 80-meter mark, we got to go. Like, we got to put some pedal to the metal, or we're not going to get out of this turn fast enough. Oh, someone's trying to come up on me. Oh, they used too much energy. Oh, there they go. Okay, bye.
That's a riveting conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, the champions. Champions from all spheres of life. Thank you.
May I now invite Mr. Chandra Mohan Mehra, Chief Marketing Officer, Bajaj Life, also an avid marathoner, having completed the World Marathon Majors and Comrades Ultra, to deliver the vote of thanks.
On behalf of all my colleagues at Bajaj Finserv Group, I sincerely thank all the distinguished speakers for sharing their perspectives and journey so generously. Thanks Noah, Shelly, Yashish, Rashish. I also thank the audience for taking time out for your attention, curiosity, and patience. I sincerely thank Mangalam for steering the conversation with such clarity and energy. I thank all the teams behind the scenes who have put this event together, specifically the Envisage team, the CNBC team, my colleagues Rajat, Anand and Urvashi. As Sanjiv shared earlier, the Bajaj Finserv Group stands for providing wings to every Indian while keeping them financially protected. It's about stretching goals, possibility and capabilities. We believe that if you can walk, you can certainly jog. If you can jog, you can run. And if you can run, you too can fly. On that note, I wish all the participants for tomorrow's Bajaj Pune Marathon all the very best. May you fly tomorrow and forever. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an extraordinary evening we have had, from world champions to business visionaries, and every voice tonight reinforced a timeless truth. Consistency is not about doing more, but about doing what truly matters every single day, showing up. I'm so thankful to each one of you for being such a fantastic, lovely audience. A big round of applause to all of you.
Bajaj presents Pacesetters, the power of consistency by Bajaj Pune Marathon.